I didn't hear you fart on the phone because I was having issues with my microphone, my headphone cord. So
Town was too busy cursing.
saying fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said fuck like 30 times.
Now I'm disappointed.
You know, me too, but I'll live.
I just want to comment on this poster. It looks a little bit like Brock Lesnar is looking at the camera. Like, yeah, we're doing this again. I don't know why. Oh, okay.
This is going to be the best. This is going to be the best WrestleMania prediction show ever.
I just want to take one moment.
I already hate it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wrestling Hour with the Brewd. I am, as always, Bud Robinson, and to my left is the very cuddly Leon Robinson. Say hi, Leon.
Hi, Leon.
And
he's awake today.
He is, like, very awake.
I'm scared.
Which is, I don't know if that's going to be
Leon,
a good thing or a bad thing.
Leon, did you do some cocaine?
I have never.
Why
that shit
not?
terrifies me.
Okay, that's
fair.
good.
That's fair.
That shit scares me. I have far too addictive of a personality.
Also fair.
Yeah, it's true. You did get addicted to masturbating once, so I get it.
Same. Logan Paul's going to be here.
Hey, introduce me before.
Sorry. I need to be looking at the other screen. To my right is Town. How you doing, Town?
Paul. I'm Logan Paul's bastard brother, Town Paul. Yeah.
Town Paul.
How you doing?
Oh, I wouldn't say that
Hey,
too loudly.
good-looking and talented member of that family? Get the fuck out of here.
You go on my YouTube channel and box somebody that shouldn't be boxing.
Yeah.
I've got a boxing match set up with Yoko Ono. She's pretty much on my level.
What's your channel name again? I'll watch that. I like Yoko.
We're gonna box. Then if I win that, I'm gonna box Martha Stewart later.
That's awesome.
Hi,
friends.
No one that could possibly beat me.
Of course. Hi, friends. We are talking about WrestleMania 38 today. None of us care. None of us have any interest in this card, but we thought it would be really funny for us to predict the matches and
have
see.
you ever in your life, like, because we've all been kind of involved with wrestling, like we pay attention to it close enough.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember a time where I gave fewer fucks about a WrestleMania. It doesn't feel like a WrestleMania season. It doesn't feel like anything important is happening. It's like every trope that they could possibly do, they've done. It's just like, we have no fucking idea what we're doing. We're WWE. We're just going to do this thing that we think sounds good because it's coming right out of our how-to book.
Yeah.
Because we don't have an original idea to save our fucking life.
So, all of that's fair. I think... I have not paid much attention to WrestleMania for probably the last 37 years, 7 years.
37.
But I generally have a good idea of when it's happening, and I'm like, oh, WrestleMania is coming soon.
And you kind of know what's going on. And you have an idea of what they're trying to build and what they're trying to do.
They're hyping it or whatever. I see it on YouTube or whatever.
Normally, I feel like with WrestleMania, you have some like baby face that they're trying to get over, and even when it was John Cena and we got tired of it, or it was Roman Reigns and it completely failed, at least they were trying.
Yeah.
They're not even trying.
And
they're not trying.
I think that comes down to two things. One, the card is uninteresting, but two, AEW showed up. Like, they've been around for a couple of years. I'm not saying that, but like they showed up this year. This past year, and like they have more eyes on them than ever before, and they're growing. I don't care because I'm paying more attention to AEW.
The whole wrestling world tilted this year.
Yeah,
because before that, the people that were watching AEW, like Leon wasn't always watching AEW. Leon was a little bit of a later comer. I was there at day one.
Yeah, I've been watching it the whole time.
Dude, don't even. You fucking... They're too small. They're this. They're that.
But I've been watching since the first show.
I have too, and I've been a fan since the first show, and I watched them the growth they've had, but they came this year. This was the year where they fucking showed up.
Yeah.
Because they got
things got sticky.
They got CM Punk, which was huge.
Mm-hmm.
They gave the belt to Hangman, which was huge. And then in the same night, they got Ruby Riott, fucking Adam Cole, and Bryan Danielson. And that was the moment where everybody's like, what is going on over there? This is really fucking good.
You know, the way you said that, too, I know this isn't an AEW show, but I'm gonna throw my theory out there anyway. The way you phrase that, like, when you have CM Punk has his own fans, right? Like, not just wrestling fans. They're guys, like people like me, who have been following him the 7 years when he's not wrestling, who want to know what he's doing.
I think we all did, though. I think, because I wouldn't say...
I don't know.
I wasn't like the biggest... Well, I was a CM Punk fan, but I wasn't like a diehard one.
Yeah.
Like, I knew about him in ROH, but I wasn't like, but he came in there and he started wrestling. Like, this guy's really good. I really like him.
Yeah.
And then the summer of Punk, it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then when he left, like, he went to UFC and he fought.
That didn't go well.
No, it didn't.
No.
Did you know that I went down to Rufus Sport once in Milwaukee?
Really?
I got a couple
there.
buddies that train there still.
So this would have been like a couple, maybe 9 months before he fought the first time in UFC. I went down to Rufus Sport with some of the weightlifting people from my gym. One of the guys down there was selling supplements to them, and he had somebody down there, and I fucking went down there, and I got to meet Anthony Pettis, and I held a bag for Anthony Pettis. And he's like, you look like a big, strong dude. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a powerlifter. He's like, hold this bag. I held that bag. That fucking knocked me on my ass. And he's just like, yeah, I didn't even kick you that hard. I'm like, holy fuck. And he's like 150 pounds. I'm like, fuck.
He's not a very big guy.
Pettis is a monster, though. And then I saw Woodley and I saw Punk. I saw CM Punk, like, I didn't talk to him, but I saw him across the gym. I'm like, oh, hey, there's CM Punk. But I never had the chance to go talk to him. Because I didn't want to be that annoying guy that was like, oh, hey, you were a wrestler. I'm a wrestling fan. Because he probably would have kicked me in the fucking face, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I saw him down there. It was kind of cool.
I've heard that if you approach Punk and you're not an asshole, like if you don't interrupt him, that he's totally cool. Like he was
training.
He freaks out. Like if he's training, he doesn't want that shit. Like
he's busy, and I get it. I don't want to be bothered when I'm training either.
Of course.
So I mean, I get it.
We're getting a little off track, and you derailed my argument. Like Punk has his fan base. NXT has its fan base that I think
gone. It's gone. It's
followed
gone. That's another
Adam Cole and even Bryan Danielson. One of those was right, I think. And like all of those guys who represent NXT fans followed. And then you have Hangman coming in, and he's got like he was big in NJPW, so I imagine that a lot of NJPW guys came in. And maybe they were already there when he was first there.
I think the other thing, though, I think for those fans that initially came into AEW, Hangman was our guy.
Sure,
because he lost the first main event, and the way they built him, like for that whole period of time, it was like that's our guy. Hangman's our guy. They built a baby face that I care about, and like Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard could never build a baby face. They can't do it anymore. Because it's just shoved down your throat. Yeah. You like him because I say you do. They don't have any idea. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll have him get attacked by 8 guys, and we'll have him look like he's going to lose, and then he'll pin all 8 of them. That's all they do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Should we talk about the card?
Man, WWE fucking sucks. I'm not looking forward to it.
I mean, we can just rag on WWE for an hour. I'm okay with that.
What else are we going to do? That's what we're going to do. All right, so Town's gonna run through the card here. We're gonna go through. We're gonna say who should win, what should happen, and how excited we are. We'll start with how excited we are for each match. Okay.
God.
All right. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. 1 to 10 excitement level. Leon.
I was there for when Becky beat her.
Yeah, because you're WWE mark.
Like. It was a big show in the town I live in. Be nice. Like a 4.
I would say like a 7. I like
say
both
like
of their work.
I would say a 5 or a 6. Like, I think this is going to be a good match. I hope that.
Oh yeah, wrestling wise, it'll be great.
I hope Bianca Belair wins, and I hope she wins clean, because that's kind of what I think needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I have concerns because they do, they don't treat Becky necessarily like Charlotte, but Becky's big money.
Yeah.
And I get concerned that they're not gonna, because we've got Roman Reigns and we've got Charlotte Flair, who are 2 prime examples of people they see as money. I'm using quotes there because I don't think they are necessarily money.
Sure.
But those 2 people that they force down their throats, and I hope they don't do the same thing with Becky. But I think Bianca has to win this match. Would everyone agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, in WWE's eyes, no, but
build up to it. Yes.
Yeah, I would think she has to win. I would think so. All right, we got one done. How'd we do? We did good. That was easy.
Yeah. I give us a 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Pretty good, considering I couldn't tell you the first thing about the storyline other than I think Bianca Belair once whipped her with her hair, and Becky Lynch is a star and Bianca's not.
That's a very interesting move that she does with her hair. I am very curious to know where she got that from.
It's unique.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, we're doing night 1 first, by the way. So this is match number 2 on night 1, according to Wikipedia. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio against The Miz and Logan Paul. I need an excitement level for this one. Let me start by saying 0.
What the fuck?
0.
-3.
Oh, we can do negative?
I just did.
I gotta say, if Logan Paul wasn't there, I would say 10. Because The Miz works his ass off. I don't know about Dominic Mysterio. I haven't seen any of his work, but Rey Mysterio works his ass off.
I listened to a thing. I can't remember if it was What Culture Pro Wrestling or Brian Alvarez, where they were talking about young wrestlers and second generation wrestlers who are getting pushed right now. And they said, you look at Dominic Mysterio, who's actually talented and he's not a bad wrestler, and Vince McMahon has absolutely fucking dropped the ball with him. And then you look at Hook, who's a second generation wrestler and is one of the most over guys in AEW because they know how to fucking book.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They don't put Logan Paul in the match. I would give it a 7. For the first 3 guys, I don't care about Logan Paul. Maybe he's good, but I don't care.
I like Rey Mysterio and I like The Miz and I like Dominic, but I don't care about this match. And those 3 don't need to be wrestling, and it's just whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Like, Logan Paul is the biggest prostitute in all of everything. Like, he's everywhere doing everything, and it's like, I don't care about you.
I mean, that's good for him, but for WrestleMania?
Well, the thing here is, you know what this is going to be? This is going to be a avenue to get him over. He's going to win.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Or he's going to turn face and then knock out The Miz or something like that. You know, that's what he's going to do. This isn't going to be about the wrestlers. This is going to be about Logan Paul. And I don't care.
Is he a WWE guy, or is he... Like, does he work for WWE, or is this like a one-off appearance?
One-off appearance.
Okay.
I mean, they've been doing a bunch of appearances with him, but...
Yeah, he's doing whatever he can at all the time because he's just trying to make money. And he's like a hustler, which good for him. You know, he's got a side hustle here, but... No one gives a fuck about this. No one gives a fuck. This is fucking unbelievably bad.
I love that you just called WWE a side hustle.
Well, it is at this point. All right. Who's winning? We didn't decide who's winning. I think the Mysterios are going to win because Logan Paul's going to turn on The Miz and become a face, and they'll celebrate and shit. I think that's what's going to happen. Leon, what do you think?
Sure.
Good. Bud, what do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, this next match is fucking unfortunate.
What a transition. Yes, it is. Yes,
Drew
it is.
McIntyre versus Happy Corbin with Madcap Moss.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I
want suspenders.
Can I...
What the fuck?
Why are they putting suspenders on everybody and giving them stupid names? What is a madcap? This madcap moss sounds like a fucking mushroom you'd see in the forest. Oh, that's a madcap moss.
Yes, it is.
It's poisonous. Don't eat it. It'll put you to sleep. It's the most boring mushroom there is.
It'll break your neck.
Sounds like Bruce and Vince have completely fucking lost it at this point.
Hey, if you want to get over it, you put fucking suspenders on.
You got them coming out of a box, instantly over.
Hey, it worked for Butch.
He came out of a box?
No, he put suspenders on.
Oh.
They had Pete Dunne, who's like one of the best workers they have, who's like a staple of NXT, and they bring him up to the main roster. He's not Pete Dunne, he's Butch.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How stupid are we? Like, how dumb do they think we are?
Anybody who is listening to this is not listening at this point, you should know that you're not listening for our predictions.
We don't fucking care, but...
This is just we're using WrestleMania as an outline to...
Imagine, but if we would have done this for, like, WrestleMania 15.
Yeah.
We would have been like, we would have had all this shit. No, dude, Rock Austin at 15... we would have had way more stuff. Like, wrestling was better. Even WrestleMania 20 or, like, 25.
Yeah.
And then it just... Okay. Drew McIntyre's winning this match. My excitement level's a 0.
Yeah.
Possibly a -6.
I like Drew McIntyre, though. I've never liked Corbin. I get why he's a draw for WWE.
Corbin. I don't care about this match.
I don't even know who Madcap Moss is. Except that I know that he busted his shit when he took a overhead suplex wrongly or something. Like he broke his neck or whatever.
That was Big E, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no. I'm talking about Madcap Moss like landed on his head.
No, it's wasn't it Ridge something?
No,
Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland broke Big E's neck. We don't even fucking know. It was Ridge Holland broke Big E's neck. Madcap Moss is a stupid guy with suspenders. Does he wear a top hat?
Why wouldn't he? Sure.
Does he wear a top hat? I don't know. I'm Googling. Hold on. I gotta
think of this show? Yeah, definitely.
He's got a link on here.
Madcap Moss. I'm Googling Madcap Moss.
Why did they put suspenders on this guy? He looks badass on his own.
He wears suspenders with wrestling trunks. He wears suspenders with wrestling trunks.
He doesn't want them to fall down.
He wears suspenders with wrestling trunks.
He doesn't. He's very worried about his bottom showing on camera.
Hold on. Look at the fucking chat. I'm sending a picture. That is what Drew McIntyre is fighting. Look at the picture. That is what he is fighting.
Oh my god. And
you can sell that any way you want. That's terrible.
Somebody in the front office, I'm looking at that picture. Madcap Moss looks ridiculous. Yes. But I'm looking at Happy Corbin, and I can't help but think that somebody in the front office said, I am almost certain this happened, said, we just got rid of The Fiend, and he wore a Hawaiian shirt and a hat. So let's put it on Happy Corbin. Because that's what got The Fiend over, even though we fired him.
That's the stupidest thing you've ever said, but it's probably right. Because those are the fucking mental gymnastics this company does.
I can't argue with any of that.
No, that's kind of scary.
Oh, Christ.
All right, we're doing that. That one gets a 1 out of 10 because that was a really bad prediction.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Horrible.
All right.
The worst.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship, the Usos against Shinsuke and Rick Boogs.
Stupidest name ever.
Have you seen Rick Boogs? I kind of like Rick Boogs. He's kind of cool. He's weird.
I've seen like clips of him, and he seems like he seems weird, which I'm down with. He seems like he knows how to go in the ring, which is also cool.
He's got personality.
I would give this like a 6 or a 7 because I know the Usos can go. I know Shinsuke can go.
This will be a good match. I'm irritated that Shinsuke Nakamura is in this match and not like a main event match. But hey, fuck it, he's not from America, and Vince doesn't understand that.
He needs to go back to NJPW. He probably won't. But
I don't think so. I think they're paying him. They're paying him too much money to stay.
Yeah, but NJPW is lighting up right now. That's neither here nor there. I
think his body's wearing out from what I read about him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this style of WWE where you don't have to do anything, probably gonna let him wrestle for a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's true.
This match I would give a 5. What would you give this one, Leon?
The
Usos are connected to Roman Reigns. So
it sounded like you said Shark Family.
Shark Family. I'd like a nice Shark Family.
It's like, that's not a number.
2.
I think the Usos win this because Shinsuke and Rick, I don't know for sure. Yeah, the Usos win. I don't have a reason. Because
they're related to Roman Reigns, probably.
Yeah,
and they want Roman Reigns to be good.
Yeah,
for people to love
I don't know. What do you think, Leon? I feel like you have more of an idea what's going on here.
I really don't. Like I watched Rumble with the intention of, watching the whole run up, and I think I made it like about a week or two, and then I fell off again. I think that they're gonna have like the fucking Usos lose, and then it'll be some drama shit. Either they'll have a segment like. They'll probably have a segment on this show where Roman's is all pissed off at them and they disappointed him and they let him down. And they'll probably do the same kind of shit on Sunday night earlier on. And then I think they'll have, you know what? I'm going to call a turn. I think they're going to turn on fucking Roman and cost him the match.
Okay.
Yeah. Bud, what do you got?
That's the most involved. I don't same.
All right. All right. Now the biggest women's match. We're on to the biggest women's match of the history of WrestleMania, according to Vince McMahon. Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
Is it?
Nice.
My excitement level for this is a -4. I don't care about Charlotte. I'm so done with Charlotte. I don't want to watch her. So I don't.
You're twice as excited as I am. I'm at a -8.
Yeah, I don't really care about. I've never really cared all that much for Charlotte.
I mean, it's Charlotte, so it'll be a good match.
Yeah,
she'll fucking drag Ronda through one. Ronda will get her spots in, but.
And she'll hit an armbar and win.
I just don't care.
And Ronda Rousey is like, they pushed her to the top of the card when she first showed up all those years ago. Whenever that happened,
I think they had to.
They shouldn't have, though.
To their credit, and it took like fucking 6 months before they put her into the fucking title scene and had her win. That was a lot of restraint on their part.
Was it that long? I thought it was quicker than that. Yeah,
he's right. It was a while.
Yeah, she debuted at like she had her first match at Mania, and fuck, I think it was after SummerSlam before she finally won the title.
It was the pay-per-view after SummerSlam because it was SummerSlam. Never mind. The pay-per-view before SummerSlam, Alexa Bliss cashed in on Nia Jax. Oh, fucking Nia Jax. Nia Jax during the Jax Rousey match and won the belt, and then Alexa fought Ronda at SummerSlam because they needed somebody that could actually work. Do we all agree that Ronda Rousey's winning this match?
Is she? Is she, like, is this a one-off, or is she coming back?
No, she's back. She signed like another year.
Have her fucking get the belt and be on top and yada yada. Of course she's winning.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a foregone conclusion. Okay, so cool. Night 1 is going to end with Stone Cold Steve Austin on the Kevin Owens show. They were supposed to have a match.
Uh-huh.
Steve Austin's like 52.
Yeah.
Hasn't wrestled in 19 years.
Has a terrible neck, and they wanted him to wrestle because they need to get as many views as possible because their product sucks. So they're going to go back to Steve Austin.
Yeah.
What's going to happen on the KO show? Who's excited for this?
I'm
not.
I'm
like Kevin Owens.
Stunners.
Yeah. So the big thing I keep hearing is that what's going to happen is they're going to have something happen and they're going to agree to a match for night 2. Which I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't ever want to watch Steve Austin wrestle again.
I really hope not. I really hope,
and
not because I've heard.
And to have the fucking main event of the show be, we're gonna have a match tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I think they're gonna do that now.
That sounds like that. It
feels like an awful idea, so I think they're going to do it.
I've heard that Stone Cold is in decent shape from like one or two sources.
Not great,
not
but decent.
And so potentially he could have a decent match with Kevin Owens. However,
define decent though. Can he bump? He hasn't taken a bump probably legitimately in 19 years.
Yeah,
because his neck was bad and he had to stop. And I don't think he,
But I'm with you. I don't want to see a Stone Cold Steve Austin match, even if he's in the best shape of his life right now, because he left on such a great note, as we've covered before. Like, he had 4 years and he killed those 4 years, and to come back after all this time to try and like rekindle something, it can't go as well as anybody thinks it's gonna go.
Nostalgia mania. That's what this is.
I'm sorry, what?
Nostalgia mania.
I heard Bulgamania.
Me too. And then I thought maybe you were saying Budgemania, so.
Budge!
That's night 3.
Okay. So before we go to night 2, we've got to talk about the possibility of a match for Seth Rollins. Is it going to be Cody Rhodes?
Probably.
Now, my issue with it is if you're going to have Cody Rhodes come, wouldn't it have made more sense to have him come and show up like 2 weeks ago and actually get a build?
No.
Or do you just say Cody Rhodes is going to be at WrestleMania? Ha ha ha. We're better than AEW.
I just like... How do you...
We also talk about how it feels like they do this storyline with somebody every year now. So, I don't have a match for WrestleMania. Like, didn't they do it with, I want to say, Sami Zayn last year or some shit?
Yep.
He came out and ended up getting beat on by somebody. And
the year before, last year was Bayley. The year before was Sami Zayn.
Oh,
the year before that was somebody else. Cena did it once.
How is Bayley, by the way?
Yeah, Cena did it. And that was the year
Bayley's hurt. She's not back yet.
Oh.
I love Bayley.
Me too.
I think it hurts WWE's opinion that AEW is not competition when one of their guys, who's not even really their top guy, comes back to your company, gets a huge contract. He was
the biggest face of the company when they started,
but he's not now.
Yeah, not now.
And I think that was part of why he left. I thought he had his place where he was going to be the top guy. And then I think he got a little butthurt and decided, you know what, fuck you, I'm leaving. But
did you see that one where, what was it, like the Young Bucks, like some Instagram video, and it was Cody giving an interview talking about how he wants to be in EVP forever or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, snarky.
I don't know. Like, I'm still like holding out hope that there's some work going on and he's gonna wind up in ROH. It doesn't seem like that's the case, but
I don't think so either. I think that he's gonna come here and he's gonna fight him and
the only good thing about this is we're gonna get Stardust.
Oh my god, I would pop. That would be the most
wonderful thing. I love Stardust.
Welcome back, Cody. You gotta be Stardust.
I fucking love me some Stardust.
Cody just goes, oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
You took a guy, though, that was a mid-card champion in the other company, because that's what the TNT title is. It's a mid-card champion. Granted, they know how to book a mid-card championship. And you brought him in, and he's not their biggest star anymore, and he hasn't been for a while.
Yeah.
I would say even that first year when Mox was there, Mox was more important than Cody.
Yeah.
So you brought a guy that was falling down the pecking order. You brought him to your company, and you're putting him in a marquee spot, and you're paying him. So you're stealing talent from AEW to fill your card because you can't build a fucking star. And you know damn well when these AEW contracts start to come up for some of these guys that are actually not shitty, that aren't like Marco Stunt, and God, I love Marco Stunt, but Marco Stunt's just not, he's not there. Maybe someday he will be, because I love me some Marco. But,
Isn't his contract coming up?
who's?
Marco.
Yeah, but Marco's gone back to GCW. But they're going to try to steal guys from AEW, and I'm curious to see how that goes. Because I think what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to change their... If I'm in AEW and I'm like... For instance, like I'm Ethan Page. Like they were all hot on Ethan Page, and they were sending feelers to Ethan Page. And you know what Ethan Page did? He re-signed with AEW. Because he's like... Yeah, no. Or like Miro.
Mm-hmm.
Miro's contract was up, and there was rumors they wanted to try to bring him back. And Miro said... No way.
I couldn't see Miro coming back.
There's a lot of guys.
I have to think that a lot of those guys where their contracts are coming up, if Tony Khan is going to start doing stuff with ROH, is going to start making moves there, they just go there, right? Like, and maybe even TK says, you know,
I think the ROH thing though is going to be
re-sign you, or we can send you to ROH, and you'll be bigger there, and you can get some more experience. You know.
I think that's what the ROH is going to do. Is it's going to open up a little bit more.
Yeah.
For some of those guys that are on Dark and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking forward to night one of WrestleMania.
No.
At all.
I mean, I'm not looking forward to it at all. But
should we go to night 2, which will be so much better?
Who the heck is Queen Zelina? Oh, her. I know her.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega.
I liked her better in NXT. Actually, I have no idea. I didn't even know who she was in WWE yet.
She's married to Malachi Black.
Oh, that's cool. Good for her.
They fired her, then they fired him, then they rehired her, and then they thought they were going to rehire Malachi, and Malachi's like, nah, peace out. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Queen Zelina and Carmella, who are the women's champions, tag team champions.
Okay. Against
Sasha Banks and Naomi, who are apparently a team. That's the first I've known of it. Against Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, who are a team. That's the first time I've ever heard it. And Natalya and Shayna Baszler, who I saw on Instagram as a team.
So I'm gonna take a moment here, and again, might cut this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my Vince McMahon brain on and say Sasha Banks and Naomi are a team because they're both black. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan are a team because Rhea Ripley looks like Ruby Riott. And so they think that they have that same thing. And
if we put her in there, they won't even know the fucking difference. Put her in there, pal. It's like the same thing. Okay, good.
I can't speak on Natalya.
Holy shit.
Fucking great. This is the worst.
God.
This match needs to be later in the card because this is a piss break. And I appreciate these women for what they are, but this is a piss break match.
There's some good wrestlers in this match.
Yeah, but do you think they're going to fucking do anything? They're going to get 7 minutes, and it's going to be just crap. And it's going to be
4 of those minutes are going to be the entrance, too.
Yeah.
And they're going to focus us all on Carmella because they love Carmella. And there you go.
Why?
And like Sasha.
Why do they have a women's tag team championship? Like, do they have that many women?
There was a call for it.
Okay.
They did. But then they fired a lot of people? Now I don't think they do. Now I think this belt is pretty... Like, initially, Sasha Banks and...
Sasha and Bayley.
And Bayley were the champions.
Yeah. I remember that.
And then they lost it to...
Why am I doing that?
The Iconics, which I fucking loved. That, they were great. But they never gave them a serious push. They never did anything with them. I don't care about this match. This match is stupid. This match is solely to get these people on the card. You have some really good wrestlers put in a match where they're not going to get to do anything just to put them on the WrestleMania card. And it's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit match, and it's stupid. And I don't care. Does anyone disagree with what I just said?
I was at a 7 until you spoke, and now I agree because it's a 4-way match, and they don't typically know how to put together a 4-way match, especially since, as you pointed out, it's going to be 7 minutes. You can't put together a 4-way tag team match in 7 minutes or even 10 minutes.
It's going to be freaking one of those where only 2 people are in at the same time, too.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
It's just going to be...
It's not going to be good. They don't know how to put those together.
Because there are some very good wrestlers in this match.
Yeah.
There's quite a few good wrestlers in this match.
Yeah.
But they're gonna fuck it up. It's just not. This is just not. I don't care.
Of course.
I don't care who wins. The winner is the person that goes and takes a pee. That's who wins.
I think now I'm going to call Natalya taking the fall. I don't even know who she's going to lose to, but I think she's going to get pinned.
They do like to pin Natalya, yeah.
Yeah. Because she's, she's a good wrestler.
She's a heart. I don't like the hearts.
She's a team player.
All right.
You're a team player, pal.
These next few matches just have you fucking in the same thing. Johnny Knoxville against Sami Zayn.
What the fuck?
So this is gonna...
No, seriously, what the fuck?
So it's an anything goes match. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a long form WWE style Jackass recording. Yes?
Yeah, you got to figure the rest of those guys they can trot out there are going to show up.
I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to have the whole Jackass crew come out and they'll all beat the shit out of Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn will lose.
Yeah,
it didn't look like a fucking turd.
And then
he's going to get fucking splashed by Wee Man, Steve-O, Wee Man, the other tertiary Jackass characters.
Tertiary.
The rest of them are all showing up.
I just think
I heard a rumor that Dwarfy's running in on this match.
I heard that too.
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Cow steroids.
There's some debate on having to take a pee test and everything, and something about the legality of cow steroids. I don't know. It's a big thing.
Why is his pee orange? That was Vince, by the way.
Well, that's not his pee. That's Brock's. That's Brock Lesnar's pee. Oh, then we should drink it, pal.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Bring it on.
All right, so that match, that one's bad, but this one's worse. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
Okay.
Hold on.
Before we even rightfully tear into this, I'd like to.
I have a thing. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Who's going?
While searching for the card, I noticed I saw a couple different articles talking about how, if you've been counting along with us, there are 3 celebrity matches here. We got Logan Paul with the Mysterios and Miz. We got Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn, and we have fucking Pat McAfee with Austin Theory. Mm-hmm. 3 non-wrestlers fucking celebrity matches. You know who doesn't have matches? Either of the mid-card titles. The fucking...
Now wait. Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Did you know what happened to Andre the Giant Battle Royal? It's on SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Oh my God, you're salty
Seriously?
about this.
What about the one that was the Mae Young one, but then they realized Mae Young was a piece of shit?
Apparently there's no plans for a women's battle royal at this point.
That's because they fired all the women. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then the fucking Ricochet, I believe it's on that same that Go Home SmackDown. Ricochet has a 3-way for the fucking. I want to say he has the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
It's him and here we go, Humberto and Angel.
I don't know who that is.
Humberto Carrillo.
And let me tell you what, Vince McMahon.
It's Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza.
Go get those 2 fellas that are from Mexico. Have them sell burritos and then fight for the Intercontinental belt. Put a sombrero on them. Have them take a nap. They'll love it.
Oh, dang.
Wrestling is so fucking racist, it's not even funny.
Oh yeah, we
Jesus.
do love our fucking provincial tropes.
I don't want to do my bit anymore. It's not gonna
Do your
live
bit. I
up
want
to
your
that.
Now I want to hear your bet. No.
So Pat McAfee, he's
Yes.
the founder of McAfee Antivirus, yes? And then Austin
No.
Theory is the founder of Orange Theory, right?
None of this is true, but okay.
I'm just trying to get some perspective on who these people are, because otherwise I don't know.
Austin Theory is Vince McMahon's new chosen one, so he'll probably get fired within the next 7 months. Pat
Okay.
McAfee punted in the NFL
Oh, good
for
for
the
him.
Indianapolis Colts, and then he has
Even
a
better.
podcast, and people like his podcast. So Vince McMahon thought, hey, this guy has a podcast and people like him. Let's put him on the show as an announcer. Let's let him have a match.
Oh.
I like Pat McAfee. I like his podcast. I know Leon hates Pat McAfee. I don't listen to him do commentary.
Okay.
I did it at Royal Rumble, and I thought, he's not bad, he's not good, he's there. I don't understand why we're doing this match other than to have him on the show. And I think the big
Isn't it something like Austin Theory is Vince's fucking protege or some shit on screen now?
yeah, and he's gonna get fired in 7 months because that's what happens when Vince does that.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue that you can see right now is that none of these matches have any build.
Yeah.
And
Well, that we know of because none of us have been watching him.
no,
This is
these
the
matches
point.
don't have any legitimate build, because if they had build, you would know about it. These are matches that are just put together. Bring in a celebrity and put them in a match, and they have no star power. They have no star power. Sasha Banks is awesome, but she doesn't have any star power because they book her like an idiot. And Rhea Ripley won at WrestleMania a year ago and was a champion, and now she has no star power because they book her like an idiot. And Sami Zayn could have star power, but they book him like an idiot. And fucking Drew McIntyre, who beat Brock Lesnar in the main event 2 years ago, and then for some reason lost to Bobby Lashley, and now he's fighting fucking Happy Corbin with Madcap Moss and his fucking suspenders that I'm still staring at.
Oh, I gotta look again. There he is. There he is. And he's got an ape beard. That's fun.
There is no long-term anything here. It is just fucking. What are we going to do to get the most people here? What are we going to do to do a burp, by the way? That was fucking brutal.
I thought it was a
We're gonna
fart.
sell these tickets.
But it's just we're not building a wrestling show anymore. We're trying to get celebrities here and make people talk about it.
Yeah.
And they don't understand.
I mean, it's less a wrestling event now than it is a fucking attraction.
Yes.
It's not even attraction, though, because the attraction, if you think about it, like think about the biggest grossing fight in UFC history. Do you know what it was? It was Conor McGregor and Khabib. And do you know why it was? It was because Conor was insane and Khabib was really fucking good. And Conor threw a fucking dolly through a bus window, and they had all this shit, and they talked all this shit. Like, the build for that was like the craziest build ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they went out there and they fought, and it was the biggest event ever they've ever had. They sold more fucking pay-per-views. They made more money, and it was this moment that, like, people still talk about because it was built, because things happened. If you want interest in something, something has to happen. There has to be a reason to have the match.
Yeah.
It's just like when you have, same thing with UFC. When Brock Lesnar fought Frank Mir for the second time and he was a champion, he lost to him the first time because he got submitted. There was all this, and then they hated each other. So, like, there's all this build. There's a reason they're having this fight. There's no reason for this other than it's WrestleMania, and I guess that's what I hate.
He needs a match.
I want to have a match. Well, but why? Because WrestleMania is supposed to be, we're going to settle this feud. We've spent a whole year building this feud. Go watch WrestleMania 5, which by far is one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time, where the Mega Powers exploded. Every single match had a long-term build that started before SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Every fucking match. Warrior and Rude. The Twin Towers fought the Rockers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they had a feud. Like, they had a feud over that. Hacksaw Jim Duggan fought, I can't remember, like fucking Hercules or something. Maybe that's a different WrestleMania. But, like, they had all these guys that were, like, they built these matches up, and they had a reason they were fighting. There was a reason they were going out there, and so the people knew. So I'm invested. Okay, Warrior and Brewd are fighting. I know the backstory. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm watching for. Like, I care. Okay, and like Hogan and Savage, well, they were best friends, and then Liz got in the way, and they had this huge blow up, and it's like, holy shit, I want to watch that too. Everything had a reason, and now it's just, we're trying to get you on the card. I gotta have a match. I only care if I have a match. Why? But like nothing else matters, and that wasn't the case last year, because last year they actually had some feuds that weren't too shitty. But this year it's just like, this is really bad. This is the worst build I've ever seen to a WrestleMania, ever.
Yeah.
And it's not even close. And we're just throwing celebrity shit at the wall. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory is...
It's certainly a match.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's irrelevant. They just... Pat McAfee, Vince McMahon goes on his podcast. You want to have a match, pal? Yeah, I'd love to have a match. Okay. Gonna fight Austin Theory. Is it gonna be Pat McAfee is a passable wrestler. He fought Adam Cole. Now here's the thing. If I had a match with Adam Cole, I would look pretty fucking good too.
Yeah.
If Leon had a match with Adam Cole, he'd look good. Right? Like, Adam Cole is a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking Austin Theory, because Austin Theory's fine. He's gonna be good, I think, long term.
Yeah.
But is he ready to have Pat McAfee in there? Like, how is this going to go? So I guess that's my thing. And then this match is just... It's stupid. It's really stupid.
I feel like that one is going to be one of those matches that's like the Hogan Warrior thing, where it is literally planned out spot for spot. Because that's not going to be one where they can go out there and improvise or play to the crowd or anything like that.
Town. Don't do it, Town. Don't do it, Town. No WrestleMania is worth stabbing yourself in the head with a pair of scissors.
No stabbing.
I agree with you, though, Leon. I think you're right. I think they'll plan it out, but there's no reason to do this.
The thing is, they don't have fucking Pat to plan those things out anymore. The other Pat.
Yeah.
The other Pat.
All right. Tag team, Raw Tag Team Championships. RK Bro, Street Profits, Alpha Academy.
Shush.
I like Alpha Academy. I like RK Bro. And I don't like Street Profits. Like, these three teams are good.
Yeah.
And they're like, this one has a little more of a story to it. So this one I would give like a 6. The issue I have is it's a triple threat, so something stupid's gonna happen, and I don't have faith that they can actually book this properly. Because
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I this is sort of an aside. I've never liked triple threat matches or fatal four-way matches because they always
I
always
like the
look
elimination
stupid.
Style ones.
Yeah,
I like the triangle and those matches. Yeah,
but like, I never really understood why until I started watching AEW, and they do fatal four-way matches, they do triple threat matches. But they know how to book them. The wrestlers who are in them know how to work that match so that it's exciting all the way through. Like WWE, I don't understand how they manage to fuck up triple threat matches. All the time. I just don't get it. That was it.
Because everybody's got to get their spots in, and they don't understand how to make the flow of a match happen.
That's true, yeah.
You know. Leon, what do you think about this one?
Just looking at it, I feel like Street Profits are going to end up taking a fall from Alpha Academy after something screwy.
That's kind of the way I'm going. I love Alpha Academy. I think Gable and Otis are great together. From what I've seen.
Well, I mean, it's your fucking half brother, so.
It's not my half brother. That's not true.
Folks, I will post a fucking picture side by side.
Hey.
Separated at birth.
Hey. He's not on my level for bench press. Don't even act like he is.
He's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's fine. He's not fucking as strong as me.
Next year at WrestleMania.
I don't know.
His max bench is 440. I know this because I watched him do it.
Really? That's all his is?
Can you bench 440?
No, but I don't look like him.
Yeah,
He looks like he should bench as much as you.
he can't. And I'm not trying to be a cock. Like, I'm not trying to be a cock here, but he can't.
Yeah, but he can't.
Yeah, he doesn't put his feet up in the air and fucking pause bench 500. I know.
That's just like
that is, as they say in the business, folks. That is a shoot. That's what this fucker does.
I do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the time I watched John Cena bench press 460, I'm like, oh, that's cute.
People Tony is strong. He's scary strong.
I feel like a complete cock now, but
That's
I'm okay.
We love it. Keep it up.
I just totally dissed Otis, and I probably shouldn't have.
That's okay.
I can bench press more than Otis. I'm pretty confident. All right. Edge versus AJ Styles.
All right.
Huh?
I don't. Why?
Where's his Colossus?
Where's what?
Where's his Colossus?
Oh,
Almost.
no, they broke up. AJ Styles is a face now because Edge wanted to be heel.
AJ is the face because Edge wanted to be heel. Oh, fuck.
I wanted to.
Edge wanted to be that sadistic motherfucker again, huh?
I don't know. Edge versus AJ Styles sounds like a fine match on paper, but again,
Yeah.
the build for this is weird. The whole thing was weird. They turned Edge heel, and AJ's been like the most slimy heel for like 2 years, and now we're just gonna randomly make him a face. Or AJ, I should say. Whatever I said.
Whichever one.
Yeah,
it's one of those two.
Shouldn't it
Don't
like?
worry about it. Nobody's listening.
Oh, by the way, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal almost is winning that, and we all know that. There's no way he's not winning that.
Yeah,
he's tall.
Okay.
That means everybody's gonna gang up on him and throw him out first.
Or not. It's you're right. It could be that, or it could be not. But I think he wins.
Okay.
Does he have actual wrestling gear now, or does he still come out in like fucking street clothes?
I mean, I don't have the slightest idea. I couldn't really.
Okay.
Can you like not afford them? Should we start a GoFundMe? I think it's a legitimate question. We should help the guy out if we can. He's very big. His clothes are probably expensive.
If we get a GoFundMe, do we get to pick what he wears? Because then I'm interested.
I think if we do like
I call dibs on designing it.
There's got to be a cape in there. There's got to be fucking suspenders. There has to be.
Picturing a sequined catsuit.
With suspenders, there better be suspenders.
There's suspenders.
Because suspenders are over. Okay, did you guys watch AEW this week?
I haven't caught up yet.
Okay, so they've got Chris Jericho in his sports entertainers, and the one guy he has that's part of 2.0 wore fucking suspenders. And I saw that, and I almost pissed my pants laughing. We're not wrestlers, we're sports entertainers. And he's got on fucking suspenders. The guy's never worn suspenders before. I'm like, I know what you just did.
I think maybe I did watch that this week. Oh.
Did you watch Rampage yet?
No.
Hook had a face-off with Danhausen.
There's Sports Entertainer of the Week.
Hook had a thing with Danhausen, and Danhausen went to curse him, and then Hook just ignored him and walked past, and Danhausen was sitting there like, what the? Why didn't it work?
Oh, God.
One wrestling company makes me happy and laugh. The other wrestling company makes me fucking sad and rage.
Are you sure it doesn't make you rage and laugh? I mean, we're laughing through all of this.
Because it's so bad.
Because it's so bad.
By the way, who's winning Edge versus AJ Styles? Actually, at this point, who gives a fuck? Let's just be done with it. We talked about it.
Goldberg.
Don't say that.
Edge is a sadistic heel.
So pretty much we've just kind of ran through this card because none of it matters except for this last match, which is the only match Vince McMahon cares about.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, the WWE champion, against Roman Reigns, the Universal champion. The only thing that Vince McMahon cares about because he's got a hard-on for Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And Brock.
And Brock.
Who wins? Wait, excitement level, mine is a -9. Because I've seen this and I don't care.
Negative infinity.
Perfect.
How many WrestleMania main events have these two done against each other now?
3. This is 3.
And how many times have they fought each other now? It's like
18,000.
And well, at this point, the first thought I had when I heard about this is, are they going to actually bother with other moves in this match, or is it just going to be spamming of spears and Superman punches versus German suplexes and F5s?
That's what they like to do now, though, in main events. They don't actually do anything but finishers. If you go back and watch the Goldberg Braun Strowman WrestleMania main event, it was spear, and then Strowman hit his move, and then the main event with Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar was the same fucking thing. They just did their finisher, and I'm like, I watched it with my girlfriend, and that was, I think, the first WrestleMania we watched together. And she's used to AEW because she watches that with me, and she's like, "This is really bad." Yep. Terrible.
Yeah.
The next pay-per-view I watched with her was Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in the swamp match. That fucking cinematic swamp match they had.
Was that a pay-per-view? I thought that was like a fucking...
That was a pay-per-view main event.
Oh,
Have you seen that?
No.
Should I? Oh my God! It is. It's so bad. There's no redeeming quality, and you just watch it and you're like, this can't get worse. And then it kept getting worse, and you're just watching it. Then at the end, the Fiend wins because he drugged Braun Strowman underwater, and then they switched personalities for some reason because he went in the swamp.
It's a magical swamp.
Apparently so. That's one we should fucking do a watch along with.
It's like fucking Matt Hardy's Lake of Rejuvenation or Reincarnation.
We should totally do a watch along with that match.
Yes.
Because that would be fun.
I love that.
Make Bud watch that and
Let's
just
do
be
it.
like, what the fuck? Who's winning this match?
I don't care.
No one wins. Someone might get the pinfall, but no one wins.
What the fuck is thinking that we gotta unify the belts now? That they're gonna try to do the fucking champ going back and forth between shows again?
Do you want to know what
we know how wonderfully that has worked out every other time they've tried it.
So what I heard is they're gonna have Brock. Brock's supposed to win, is what I heard, and they're gonna have I can't even believe what it says, but this is what I've heard from like multiple different sources, and one of them was Dave Meltzer, who's usually somewhat accurate. And they may change their mind, but what I heard what they're going to do is they're going to have Brock win this match, get both the belts, and then on SmackDown they're going to give Roman Reigns one of the heel like GMs or whatever is going to hand Roman Reigns another world championship, and he's just going to be the world champion of SmackDown.
Why? What the fuck?
And like I sit here and I like listen to that, I'm like, that's stupid, but then I'm like, oh
yeah, they would totally do
that. Probably
winner takes all, but in a week we're just gonna back all that up. So
we're gonna have our own champion here on SmackDown. It's Roman Reigns.
God.
Oh, okay, so everything we just did. I could also see Roman Reigns winning this match.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Vince is ready to take the belt off of him. What if the Usos and Heyman turn on him in the middle of the match, and then he Superman's his way, and they try to give him a face pop, they turn him face mid-match and have him beat Brock. And it was all a ploy by Paul Heyman to get Brock the championships. But then in the end, Roman overcomes and defeats Brock.
And he gets booed out of the building. Yeah, that seems like a Vince move too. I don't know.
God.
I say that Paul Heyman goes into business for himself, grabs both the championships, and leaves. just drives to like Kentucky.
Well, he's going to do his own Adam Cole impression?
Yes. Which actually, you saying that sounds like something Vince would do too. Cool kids are stealing belts these days.
You said you haven't seen fucking Rampage yet, right?
Right.
Yeah, fucking spoiler alert, he walked off with the fucking tag titles too.
I do know that because I saw a tweet about it, and so I had to look it up. That part I know.
I think they're gonna do a 6-man match where all the belts are on the line in AEW, the show that actually I care about.
I feel like they're building up towards a trios title.
I would like that actually. I think a trios title would be cool, but I think they have to do something with what they have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Red Dragon's going to win the belts next, though. I know for sure that Christian is turning on Jungle Boy at some point.
I could see that. Yeah.
Because
I think they're going to hold off on that for a minute until it's like, you know, Jungle Boy challenge for the title type time again. They'll do it. They're smart enough to do it in a big moment where it'll actually mean something.
Yeah, that's true.
Rather than, you know, just some random show where they're in a nothing match and Christian just walks out on them.
Yeah, WWE sucks. This card looks so like I normally watch.
Yeah, it's difficult, man. I mean, it's something we've all enjoyed for fucking 30-some years.
Yeah,
I love WrestleMania, and I always watch it. It's always exciting, and like I'm sitting here like it's next weekend. I'm like, there's like 500 other things I want to do than watch this shit.
Fucking 2 nights worth too.
If I watch this, I will be shocked. Like I might turn it on, but then like I'm looking at it, it's like the first night if they open with Lynch Belair, I'll be like, okay, that's fine, and then it's going to be the Mysterious and Logan Paul. Okay, I don't want to watch that. And anything with Madcap Moss, I don't want to watch. You know?
They got fucking. They got 6 matches or whatever per night. Ugh.
And they're not going to be good. Like, there's nothing here that like. None of these matches are going to be a 5-star classic.
I would just like to reiterate that there are fucking a quarter of the matches have celebrities in them.
Yep.
A quarter of the goddamn matches.
I've never seen a shittier card for a WrestleMania.
And realize we're saying this about a fucking WrestleMania where goddamn Stone Cold is showing up.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus fuck, not even he can save this.
It just doesn't matter because nothing can save this.
Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. It'll make me happy to hear the glass and all that, but fuck.
It's a little late on that, though. I think.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess this just goes to show you they can't build any fucking stars. The last star that they built was John Cena, and that was an accident.
Becky.
That was an accident.
Also an accident. Yeah.
Also an accident. Yep. I mean, at least with her, they were smart enough to realize what the fuck was happening and to actually take advantage of it.
I honestly think that they were shocked when she beat up Charlotte after that match and like she got cheered because they kept trying to have her be a heel, and she was heel.
Because when they showed up at that invasion thing, like she was, didn't she? What was it, Ronda or Charlotte that she had in the disarmer in the back?
Ronda.
And just fucking cranking on it, yeah.
She was a heel, and then Nia Jax hurt her because she punched her in the face.
Nia fucking potatoed the shit out of her.
And then she just kind of did her thing, and then they had that moment where she stood at the top of the ramp leaving, and she's got like blood running down her face. And that picture was all over the internet, and then she couldn't be there because she had a concussion, so she missed the match. Because otherwise, I think, honestly, that was
for Survivor Series.
Their plan was to not have her. She wouldn't have been anywhere near WrestleMania otherwise. Yeah. You know, and we act like after that they didn't really do a good job booking her either. They reluctantly turned her face. And then
that was one of those where they absolutely fucking had to. It was demanded.
Yeah. The activation alert has arrived.
They couldn't pretend. they couldn't pretend that she wasn't getting a massive fucking face reaction. So like, she had that Austin type thing.
They haven't, and I think with the Attitude Era also, we missed the point that when Steve Austin did the Austin 316 speech, they did not do a very good job initially building him, because the following month he was on the pre-show SummerSlam and he fought Yokozuna, who broke the ring and fell backwards, and Austin pinned him because he broke the ring. Okay, and he did nothing, and they had nothing planned for him, and then Bret Hart came back and said, I want to fight Steve Austin. And then Austin got way over because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they had no idea what they had. And the same thing with The Rock. Like, they talk about The Rock, he's this great homegrown bullshit, because you brought him in as Rocky Maivia with a fucking chia pet on his head.
Yep.
Smiling.
Die, Rocky, die.
I remember watching him when he came out, and so I was like 12 when that happened. I remember when he was out there, and I'm like, they're talking about how great this guy is, and I'm like, what? Why? And he was so fucking boring and stupid and generic. It was like, this is a 1987 babyface they're trying to build, and 10 years later. And then he got hurt and came back and joined the Nation, and then he cut a promo, and I was like, oh, I like this guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
He talks in third person. So I think if we look at the guys who've gotten over in like the past 20 some years, since like 96 with Austin, the guys that have gotten over are guys that have kind of done their own thing and gotten over in their own way, and it's never been like, they have not built people have managed to get out from under their thumb. Mm-hmm. Just imagine if Steve Austin would have come out as Chili McFreeze or They're like Mankind. They had nothing for Mankind. They were going to call him Mason the fucking Mutilator.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Like, how can you even look at that? We're going to call him Mason the Mutilator. That's the worst fucking name I've ever heard. They don't know how to build people, and they haven't. There's this misconception that Vince McMahon is a genius with making characters, and he's really fucking not. Once in a while, they hit it. Like Kane, yeah, perfect. But, like, for every Kane, you have 500 guys where it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Even guys that got over, like Triple H, he was a Greenwich snob.
Yeah.
His character was
Greenwich blue blood.
His character was fucking stupid. And then he joined DX and he did his own thing, and they did shit they weren't supposed to do, and he got over.
Yeah.
And like Shawn Michaels, so it's like there's just all this. These guys got over really well in the Attitude Era because Vince let them do their own thing and kind of have their own say in it. And then he took over completely, and it's like everything is so whitewashed. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah. You
watch AEW and it's real. It feels way more real, and that's why, because it's not. I'm going to hand you the script that I wrote. I'm a 75-year-old man. I want you to be a star, Roman, so here you go. Suffer and succotash. What the fuck? I can't figure out why he's not getting over. That would be why, because suffer and succotash. This might be one of the more depressing ones of these that we've actually fucking done.
I think so.
This is just like this is what's wrong with this company, and it's been building for so long, and it's just like, it sucks.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the wrestling business fell on its ass in 93 through 95. It was terrible. And then WCW came in and picked it up. And then Austin, the NWO came in 96. And then Austin came and got hot in 98, and like that made wrestling go for a while. And then Cena got hot, and for a while there, Cena was great. And then Cena turned into like a weird caricature of himself that was like PG, and it was just like, this is a guy who used to rap about testicles and stuff. Now he's like, do your best, kids. And it's just like, ugh.
They don't call it TFU anymore. Still sour about that.
Then on the 20, like in 2007, wrestling just fucking died when the Benoit thing happened. And then I think it was 2009 is when it really hit rock bottom, when every main event they had was Orton and Cena. And no one cared. And I just turned it off. And I came back in 11 for Punk. And they fucked Punk over. And then they had Bryan, and then Bryan didn't. It's just like, they've had so many chances to get that organic superstar baby face. And they've fucked it up every single time. Now, this is what happens after you do that for too long because they're not in good shape.
Yeah.
As a company, like their product is probably worse than it's ever been. It sucks. It's terrible. It's hard to watch. It's hard to understand. It's just bad. And they're throwing whatever they can at the wall, and I'm surprised they're not wheeling Hulk Hogan out to make an appearance in the show. But they could. I mean, don't get me wrong. They could still bring him out. Like every single guy they can get, well, bring him in. And it's just like, at some point, you have to make somebody we care about. And you have to listen to us because you can't just say you care about Roman Reigns. Because that fucking ruined this company. Roman Reigns, that whole push ruined this company. And we have a company now that started like 3-4 years ago that has created a babyface star and has done all this shit. And they're creating so many different stars like Jungle Boy. When Jungle Boy wins the world championship, that will be the point where this whole balance of who's number one flips. Because WWE's number one. They have more people, they have more shit, they make more money. But for how long can they hold it? And I think Jungle Boy might be the key to that.
It could be.
Jungle Boy's a champion. Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
So, because that's who they're building long term, and you could see it, and it makes sense. And it's one of those things like it didn't have to happen right away, and it didn't have to be like building a star to Vince McMahon is. We're going to start building you in March. We're going to give you the championship in July.
Yeah, and then when everybody shits on you, we're going to fire you. Because obviously it's his fault.
It could even be worse, like with Jinder Mahal. You're going to lose every match for 6 years. We're going to fire you. You're going to come back, be a jobber. We're going to have you win one match, then you're going to win the world championship, and we're going to act like you're the best heel in the company.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. This is just, it's really fucking bad. It's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Like Leroy Brown, it is bad.
Yeah. It just is. It's just I never thought there would be a point in my life where I looked at WWE and thought it's stupid. And I don't want to watch it or I don't care, but it's stupid and I don't want to watch it, I don't care. And I love wrestling. I love AEW because it makes sense. Is AEW perfect all the time? Fuck no.
No.
Sometimes they do shit. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what bothered me with AEW this week was Thunder Rosa wins the championship. She comes out and gets attacked by Nyla Rose. And when Britt Baker won the championship, she got attacked by a Nyla Rose. So when you win the women's championship, the first person you fight is always Nyla Rose. And it's just like, Nyla's not going to win. Why are we doing this?
It's fair.
So,
yeah.
That's the problem I have with that. Their women's division's not the best. But
they're working on it. They're getting better.
It's better than it's been.
Yeah.
I want to see what they're going to do with Britt Baker now. But WrestleMania is going to suck.
Yeah.
Leon,
Hard.
Leon, final thoughts on WrestleMania? This podcast got really sour.
It sure did. Yeah.
Jesus, fuck.
I'm looking forward to seeing Steve Austin. I just hope he doesn't paralyze himself.
And back to somber.
I think I'll probably do laundry that weekend.
I'm going to be very disappointed.
I think we all would be. What did you say, bud?
I think I'm going to do laundry that weekend.
All weekend?
Yes.
Okay, can I send you my laundry to do, too?
Get that scissors away from your face! Nobody knows what's going on. Oh, God. All right, is this... are we done?
Outro.
Can we stop talking about this?
Outro.
Okay.
I'm deleting that picture of fucking Madcap Moss.
Please
I'm
do.
tired of looking at it.
All right. I have been Bud Robinson.
It's gone.
Thank you.
I am Leon.
That's
I'm Town.
I thought maybe you forgot to outro yourself.
No, I'm Town outroing. Bye.
This has been the Wrestling Hour with the Brewd. God bless Orange Cassidy.
God bless Orange Cassidy.
Who was not mentioned until this point.
Orange Cassidy.
Which might be a first for this podcast.
You know who would make WrestleMania better? Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
Danhausen.
Yeah. Danhausen Mania.
Just have Danhausen walk out and curse Vince McMahon and then leave.